Hello, this is Cuckoo. Today I want to show you something very special right here. It's the Analog Heat by Elektron. This is something really cool. I've been looking forward to it. It's a stereo analog sound processor they also say it's like an audio enhancer, audio destroyer. So that's exactly what you can do. You can enhance and destroy sounds. There are 8 analog circuits for stereo manipulations, like a clean drive and saturated drives, and all the way up to really, really crazy bonkers stuff. And there is like a high-low EQ in there. It sounds really nice, not too sharp, but brings out the details in the top. And the low register is really warm and nice. And then there is like an Elektron multi-purpose filter down there that can be automated with an envelope follower if you want to. Overall, it sounds really nice. What I want to do today is to run different kinds of sounds through it. I got these lined up here. So we've got some pocket operators like a Novation Circuit. I want to run the Volca FM, the OP1 of course, Monomachine, Analog Rytm, Octatrack, Analog 4, and the Continuum FIngerboard, which is really special. Continuum FIngerboard is somewhat challenging to mix because it's so dynamic. So with the Analog Heat, I can use it as a compressor with the envelope follower and compress the drive a little bit and make it less dynamic, which is very nice. And then I could drive it, and yeah, it's very nice. And also with all these digital things, sometimes it gets a little flat, and maybe it could really benefit from warming up, heating it up. Yeah. So what I want to do now is just try that, and then you can have a listen for yourself. And I try not to go bonkers, in the beginning, because it's so easy to just drive it a full drive and make it really crazy. But sometimes what you really want to do is to just make it sound really nice in the mix before you record something, and that's really important. I think it's something you could do with Analog Heat. So then we're talking, well, I'm going to talk more, but let's get to it. Okay, so here we are, the Analog Heat. I'm turning on here and wait for the boot sequence animation. And there we go, we're good to go. So what I want to do is just connect something very simple, like the rhythm from Teenage Engineering. Just pop this in and take these into the left and right, and maybe shove this in position. The first thing I'm going to do is, this button, it says active. If the active is not active, then it's not active. It's just passing through. So I'm going to play now, see what it sounds like. Okay, a little rhythm here, right? And disclaimer, because some thief stole all of my memory cards to my proper camera, I had to film all of this with an iPhone, and because I did that, the optical stabilizer seems to be moving with a bass frequency like this. So every time there's a bass frequency going on, all the time, kick drums, you name it, yeah, can't help it. Sorry about it. Terribly sorry about that. Well, that's it. Back to the heat. There's a bunch of buttons. This is the amp, there's filter and EQ, and most of these has got 2 pages. Envelope, second page, LFO, second page. But the amp has only got 1 page. And we've got yes and no buttons. They respond to questions and selections. And whenever you start turning this, you're browsing for presets. So I'm going to go to the initial presets. So I can either do this, twist it and press yes, or I can even press the actual knob. So find your preset. There's always a clean preset on top. It's like initialized preset. So this is clean and it's not active. So let's just try the basic stuff now. This is what it sounds like raw. The first thing I should do, really, I could just start doing stuff, but there is one thing that could be good to know before you start fiddling around. before you're making a patch, and that is if you press settings and go into the top option there, input sensitivity, and you play some sound. You can see the levels, and there, if I turn this now, there is a high, medium, low, and max. So that is the pre-gain, I mean the gain of the incoming signal. I'm gonna keep it on medium for now. Maybe boost it here a bit. Yeah? Okay, I'm gonna keep it on medium. And you press no to exit the menus, as with all the Elektron gear. And okay, so let's try the sounds. I'm just gonna activate this now. Let's do some drive. So minimum drive, wet level maximum, drive wet. So now when the wet means the altered sound, dry means incoming sound only, no effect. So I'm gonna do totally wet. Wet level is gonna be maximum, and I'm gonna drive it on a clean boost. See what happens. Yeah. And if you're doing like that, if you're driving and driving and driving, suddenly the volume might be too loud, and then you can compensate with the wet level. So if you do this, you still get the boosted sound with drive, but at a lower level. So you learn how to operate these in tandem. If I don't do it, compensate, yeah, it might be too loud at some point. So that's clean boost with no effect at all. It sounds really nice to my ears. Okay, let's try the EQ. So if I turn these, it's like the low and high. They're negative now. If they're in the middle, it's supposed to be 0. So if I want more bass here, I do this. Full bass now, you could hear that. Massive bass. If I want more tops, it's quite nice actually. If I want lows and highs, at maximum, this is crazy. Maybe lower the level a bit. Yeah. Okay. If I do, you can see on the screen as well what you're doing. So right now, if I'm turning a knob here in the upper menu bar there, you can see. Sorry, you can see the number. You can see the increment there, right? So it's quite precise. If I go really slowly, you can see it's really precise. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna put them in 0 or something. So let's try the filters. So in the beginning, it's set to be this cutoff filter. Yeah, and the resonance. Actually, the resonance gets quite crazy at a very low volume. And if I go even higher, it starts ringing. Yeah. Okay. So basically, we can watch this as well. So if I go to the filter, I could see this visually. I could see the resonance there. Yeah. Okay. So I go to the second one. Basically, these are going through all the filters, right and left. And if you press them together, you turn off or on the filter. On, off. When it's off, you can still select the different filters, but it will be off. On, off, on. Okay, let's try the next one. Next one. Bang. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, the next one. Yeah, next one. You can hear them down there in the bass. It's got a great bass response. This is, what's this called again? Right, you're cancelling frequencies out. And this is doing the exact opposite. It's boosting in frequency. What you could do, if there is some frequency that you don't like, it's easy to find it with this one. So maybe this frequency could be cancelled, and there you go to that one, and you kind of clean it up a bit. Yeah. Okay, so how does the envelope follower work? Let's find out. I'm going to take a really obvious one, like the cutoff filter here. And then I'm going to animate it based on the volume, the amplitude. How's the mirror doing? Yeah, it's still there. Good. So I'm going to basically do something like that, based on the amplitude. So let's go to the envelope and watch this page. There's numerous ways to do that. Different ways to do that. You can see here when I'm doing stuff with the envelope, there's 3 modes: follower, attack decay, and if I keep going, attack release. Attack release is the one to the left. If I keep going, attack decay is the one in the middle. If I keep going, follower is the last one. So attack. Okay, I'm just going to show you. I'm going to play this. You can see here where it says trig. Currently, I can't see any activity there, so the envelope won't be triggered. But if I boost this, you can see this level. It's actually the sensitivity of the envelope. So, but it's still not reaching that trigger roof. So if I bring down the trigger, there you can see now it's hitting that little line there. So that means it will trigger. So it's the attack release. So how do I make it do stuff? Well, I could go straight to the filter and say, okay, envelope. Add some envelope to this. You can hear that. And if I lower the, yeah, there it reaches, barely reaches the trigger level. I could do slow attack. Could do fast release. Slow release, fast attack, and now it's in attack release, and that means that it's gonna open up, it's gonna start the envelope and not release it until the level goes down. But if we keep going here, the attack decay will immediately release it after the attack, even though the level is not going under it. So let's try that. A little bit more activity there. That's it. Yeah. Okay. And the last one, the one called follower, is once you get over the trigger threshold, it starts to follow. Let's see. Now it's crazy because it's no attack and no release. Okay. Okay, another thing we could do with the envelope, I'm going to go to the filter and turn it off. You know, as you twist the knobs on the Elektron devices, they are in very fine increments. But if you hold this down, it works as with the function key in the other Elektrons. You can actually turn it in whole increments, as you can see the numbers here. So it's an easy way to put it to 0. Okay. So what I want to do now is to use the envelope as a compressor. Basically, I'm going to drive it. Let's take another one. Saturation. Enhancement. Okay. Yeah, listen to this. It sounds really cool. If I go to the envelope again and say, I want to make a compressor, so when the amplitude is reaching the trigger, I want it to lower the drive. Let's try to do that, to kind of duck it a bit. Right now it's really crunchy, but if I turn it into maybe a follower is actually the right one here. Let's see. And a slow attack and something like that. And then I go into the second page of the envelope and where I could select where I want it to go. So the drive, it's now going to the drive. I could turn this and select an envelope destination so that this amplitude envelope follower measurement can be sent to somewhere. Right now it's going to the drive, and this is what I want. And I want the drive to be negative. Yeah, you can hear that, right? So there's a lot of drive, but as the envelope is rising over the trigger, it's kind of bringing the drive down a bit. A bit slower. And yeah, now I can add some lows here. Yeah. Okay, active. Now it's not active. We've done stuff to the sound, right? There is another thing, if you dig around a bit. Filter, second page of the filter, has something really interesting called frequency panning. Basically what it does is that the frequency that you're tuning into the filter, if you pan it to the right, the frequency is like going down on the left side and up on the right side. So it will turn into a stereo effect. Now listen to this. If I okay, 0 panning. Now, if you listen to this in your headphones now, and then I'm gonna turn this filter down, you can hear clearly that it's almost disappearing on one side. So I could do, if I just have a hint of this, and get into a stereo sound. And then I can turn off the filter, turn it on. To the extremes. Yeah. And what I can also do when I'm doing this, if I go into the filter again on the first page, you can see there is an LFO and an envelope. Previously we were using the envelope to kind of animate the frequency, but we could also do that with the LFO. So if I just turn on this button, and then we could look at can look at the LFO here. We can see the speed is really... Yeah. And another thing we could do with the LFO is to fade it out and fade it in. So what happens if you fade it out now? Just fade it out, and now it's faded out. How do we get it started again? Well, you could do that with let's see, the mode. There is like a trigger and free. Now it's free, so it's just free. If it's triggered, let's see. If this is triggered, it's gonna trigger from the envelope. So every time it goes over this little threshold, it's gonna trigger. Yeah, there's like different behaviors there. Okay, cool. I'm gonna unfade it again. There you go. I'm gonna go to the filter again, a bit less effect, depth. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's try all the knobs. Now we're in the enhancement mode. Let's try it with the mid drive. Maybe I turn off that envelope. Let's see, the envelope depth. Turn that to 0 again. So now the compressor that we made is gone. Okay, we can really hear what it's like now. EQ. And clean. Active. The slight. I must say, I think the bass, the low frequency on the equalizer works really well, and the high too. It doesn't make it overly, ear cutting, but it raises the air of the high frequencies. There's another thing with the filters. Let's check it out. I'm going to go to the filter, page 2. There's something called Dirt. It's basically gaining before it's coming to the filter. Now look, let's listen to it. Yeah. Let's zero this. You can hear that, right? It's a bit cleaner now. It's a bit more dirty when you bring in the dirt. Okay, I'm gonna keep it somewhere there. Clean. What we just made. Okay, let's try the rough crunch. Wow. I'm gonna take the drive down a bit. Just a hint. Clean. Rough crunch. Okay, let's bring the drive up and compensate. Yeah, bring some lows in. Ooh. Tops, but maybe not that much. Yeah, that's rough crunch. Okay, let's try the classic dist. Wow. So basically you can see this wheel as starting clean and getting more and more and more distorted. That's kind of the idea here. Yeah. Cool. Okay, let's try the round fuzz, which is maybe the strangest one of the bunch. It's really strange, but it sounds special and strange. Look at this. And all the time there is this dry wet knob, so you can mix between the dry signal and the wet signal. So this is the unaltered signal, and you could bring it in to the level you want. You just go full on. Okay, yeah, high gain is the last one. Sometimes you just want a little hint of stuff. I like what I can hear in the bass, like especially that. The bass frequency sounds really good, I think. Okay, clean boost again. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's try some other sound sources. Now I'm gonna try another. I'm gonna try this. The sub. Let's see. Okay. This is with no thing. This is with clean boost. And high. Some more drive. Saturation. Yeah. Enhancement. Less highs, more bass. Maybe not that much. Mid drive. Yeah, some filtering. Rough. Okay, let's turn off the LFO thing. Go to the filter. The LFO is slightly up. I'm gonna tune it to 0, like that. Yeah, classic dist. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the rhythm there. So, okay, maybe I'll make a new pattern. There's something here, clear. I'm gonna make a little bass. Yeah. Yeah, well, let's punch in something. Okay, let's try this. So this is with that. Okay, like a round. Okay, this is kind of a round bass line. Let's mess around with that. And let's do some envelope like this. See if we can make it cool. So basically I need an envelope. Maybe the attack. This one. See? And release time. And then I go to the filter and apply some envelope. Lower the frequency. Make the release shorter. Okay. Cool. Yeah. And then some dry. I'm gonna try the round fuzz. Yeah. Wow. Now it's basically just a filter. The drive is 0. Well, no, it's still doing stuff. Wow. Yeah, this sounds cool. Yeah. Okay, high gain. Yeah, cool. Yeah, gonna try something crazy like the factory. A lot of stuff going on with this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do the initial preset and reset it. So, okay, let's do something. Clear. So basically, I make some. See. There we go. That's nice. And then automate it. Okay, and then we go some chords. Okay, there we go. Something cool. So this is unaltered. I did some drive. Enhancement. Yeah, it's like an electric guitar. Yeah, cool. Okay, let's try something else. Let's try the OP1. Okay, here we go. Turn it on. Connect it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're on. Now this is a bit noisy. Let's see. Clean boost. Let's try that first. I'm going to try the more slightly rounded sounds. like this. We can hear maybe the output is a bit lower on the OP1. Should I maximize it a bit here? And I'm gonna maybe do some drive here first. Okay, like that. Okay, now this is a quite sort of rounded, cleany sound. And what can we do to that to make it more interesting, to pick out details and stuff? Activate this. And I bring out some high frequencies. Bring out some lows. Turn off the filter for now. Ah, there we go. So basically just a little clean boost and some high frequencies and a bit lows. This is clean. Activate. You can hear, I could kind of get some more details in there, as well as warmth at the same time. Saturation. Off. On. Enhancement. And some, you know, the clean boost, it works really good with chords and stuff. But the more distorted it gets, chords are getting this. There's a name for that, I just don't remember. Interfering each other's frequencies and make this, which is cool, but you need to be aware of it. Listen to this. Maybe not in poly, just to see what it sounds like. With no effect. With effect. And since the volume is a bit on the low side, maybe we should go in here in the setting, input sensitivity, go in here, crank it up to high. Yeah. Exit the menu and drive it a bit less. Off. Rough. No highs. Lots of lows. Lots of drive. Maybe some highs. So as you can hear, the character circuit comes first and then the equalizer. Okay, another sound. So, no effect with the overdrive. Rounded fuzz. Yeah, this. Okay, let's try to make some of that envelope follower again. Gonna go here. So it's going, make sure it's going over the trigger line. And then I'm gonna go to the filter and apply some envelope here. It feels really, really snappy. The envelope follower is reacting like this. So, not active. Active. So basically, I've been using this as a follower, as a filter to a synthesizer, and it feels, because it's so snappy, it feels like it's part of the actual synth. It's that fast. So with the, for instance, less crazy, like just the mid drive, this one, enhancement. Yeah. Yeah. I wish I could rap to that. I can't. Yeah. Okay. Something else. What else? The Monomachine is clearly digital, and it likes to be digital. So we'll see what we can get out of the Monomachine with the Analog Heat. Sometimes it needs to be digital all the way because that's the sound it's intended to be. But let's try it out. So let's do this initial preset. So we're from scratch, and I don't know. Okay, now this is clearly digital stuff. So if we turn on clean boost, some lows, yeah, nice. Yeah, a tad of highs. Maybe I could automate that. Let's try that. So basically I'm gonna try to figure out how to do this. So let's turn the filter down here and have the envelope we're gonna use this one. Yeah, attack decay. It's gonna immediately decay after it reaches the trigger level. Okay, and then we're gonna have a long release, and then we go to the filter. Yeah, it works. Yeah, it's kind of nice. Let's try another one. Okay. Some bass. Yeah, maybe. Clean. It's a tricky one. This is one of those that maybe thrives in the digital landscape. Yeah. So if I want to save a preset, I do this. Whenever I press and hold this, press and hold, and then you come to this. So select a slot where I want to save it, and then I could start dialing in the name. If I go here and press settings and no, I could erase it. Holding down settings would bring up this arcade style alphabet. I'm gonna call it Monomachine. Okay. Yes. Preset saved. Cool. I feel like if you're doing stuff on the master, you need to be really careful not to overdo it. It'll be crazy quite fast. And then perhaps it's a good idea to do it with these three, and maybe with the mid-drive as well. But as soon as you start doing these crazy things, it gets really crazy. So maybe it's a better idea to do this on a specific instrument or to achieve a specific effect, whereas these could work. It much more easily works on enhancing a mix. Okay, let's try something else. Okay, the Volca FM. Here we go. I find it easier to heat one instrument rather than a whole mix. The whole mix requires fine tuning, but one instrument is more rock and roll. I think you could do whatever you want, and if it sounds cool basically. So let's try this. Turn it on. I check the levels. So whenever I connect a new source, it's a good thing to check the levels. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So let's reset this and enhancement drive. So basically from clean to crazy, low, bass, without, highs, a little less of that, overdrive. So this is let's try that ducking again. So envelope, threshold, over there. When you get over it, I want it to follow the lessen the drive. Okay, try another sound. Ooh, yeah, these, these FM sounds. Interesting. I'll reset this again. So this is a clean sound. Kind of making it more easy on the ears. Yeah, and motion sequence. Clear. I'm gonna make the stereo thing. I think it sounds nice. Yeah. Ooh. Definition and bass. Yeah, there you go. Okay, try something else. Okay, you're connected to the Novation Circuit. Let's try a random session here. Let's try this. Yeah, filter out this frequency. Yeah, make it nice. Okay. Before, after, before, after. Yeah, let's try something else. Yeah. And width. Yeah. Some panning, stereo, and dirt. Yeah, kind of more flat now. Kind of more three-dimensional, more defined. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, this could be crazy. Okay. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, let's try something else. Let's try the rhythm. First of all, check the levels. You know, you can see the levels there, but I'm not sure if it's the input or the output, so I just want to go in here to make sure. It feels a bit high. I'm going to put it to high instead. Okay. I think it's the input we actually see here. Okay. So let's do a kick drum. See what we could do with a kick drum. Just a kick drum. I'm going to do this again. Reset. Take this for instance. What can we do with it? We could drive it with ooh, I can actually feel the wind coming towards me from the speakers. Let's do an all analog. So a sample of, and okay. Okay, I'm not going to use the overdrive here and see what this does and compare it to the overdrive here. So there we go. This is the BD hard. So and then see what we could do with this. Activate. Drive. First of all, we can get it louder, of course. And dirt. What about the dirt? Ooh, I can see my monitors didn't like the volume. I'll turn it down a bit. So before, after. I'm just gonna make a little sequence. I don't know, here. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna do try these different ones. Mid drive. I'm gonna do saturation again and boost the lows. It's a powerful, powerful bass EQ there. How about this? Maybe actually. Ooh. My speaker's just blowing wind at me right now. Yeah? How about these crazy ones? Let's turn this off. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off. Come from this signal. I'm making this now. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Let's see what it feels like. Envelope, and I'm gonna do AD, something like that. Make sure it goes above, and then go to the filter. Yeah. So from this to this. Okay, now I'm gonna try the overdrive here. That is quite nice. So now it's the analog Rytm overdrive. It's very nice. And now I'm doing something here. It's not the same thing, but it's in a way a bit similar. Now I'm gonna do both. Add some reverb. Make it shorter. Take away the reverb. Now I designed this to make the kick drum. So whenever I start involving other rhythms, of course it's gonna sound a bit crazy. Yeah, cool. So let's try a rhythm here and see if we could find something. Careful with the limits, with the level. Okay, let's try this then. I'm gonna do this again in it. You know, it sounds kind of fat as it is, so maybe just EQ to bring out some details. Lower bass. Okay. What would I like to do with this? Yeah, something like that. Let's see, maybe I've got something else. Yeah, like this, a bit more minimalistic. Yeah, perhaps I'd like some lows. Some drive. Let's see how the reverb sounds. Yeah. Off. On. Yeah, yeah. So for drums, very cool, very cool. Okay, something else. Okay. Very similar looking shape. You can see there's the exact same height and the exact same depth. Okay, let's pick some sounds. So this sound, for instance, do some clean boost. Saturation. So we're done now. Raising the volume a bit. Some EQ. Maybe I could even do like one of these. I think there is something around there that could be. Yeah. Ooh. this is a clean one. This width. Ooh. Okay, another sound. Crazy. This is very saturated, as you can hear. So whatever I do will probably trigger a lot of distortion. Let's see. So about this. Turn off. So I want bass, but I want to remove some mud. Something like that, maybe. Yeah. So this is without, with. On. Okay, another sound. Terrible timing. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Okay. This is the clean sound. This is with the heat. Crazy. Clean boost. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Cool. What else? Two more. The Octatrack. Can try some songs here, I guess. So this is different than most of the other things because this is a complete mix. And prior to having this one, I felt like, yeah, it's kind of neat. It's a good mix. But when I started to mess around with this one, I felt like, yeah, I could see how I could bring it to a whole new level. So let's try that. So see the levels there. Yeah. Okay. Turn it on. First, I do an enhancement. Yeah. Compress it a bit. Yeah. Bring some extra highs. So before, after. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. Time to say goodbye. Time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. Time to say goodbye. Time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. Time to say goodbye. Time to say goodbye.
straight, whether you know. Nobody cares about whether you're straight. Nobody cares. You know. Nobody cares about whether you're straight, whether you're a cuckoo. Nobody cares about whether you're straight, whether you're a cuckoo. Nobody cares about whether you're straight, whether you're a cuckoo. Nobody cares about whether you're straight, whether you're a cuckoo. Nobody cares about whether you're straight, whether you're a cuckoo.
Yeah. So that's an example of what you could do with a whole mix. Let's try something else. Yeah, what's the 130? Yes, 130. Maybe I'm doing it too much. I don't know.
In the backpack all the time, always full of you. Yeah. In the mirror all the time, I'm avoiding you. In the backpack all the time, always full of you. Yeah. In the mirror all the time, I'm avoiding you.
Yeah, it's a bit over the top maybe, but I think it works really well as a master EQ, and with some light enhancement, especially on these kind of, I don't know, disco pop mixes. You can really get it pumping, but if you do it too much, you destroy it. Audio destroyer. Okay, let's try something else. Okay, this is a Continuum FIngerboard, and it's like one of the most dynamic synthesizers of all time, I think. It's very special, and because it's so dynamic, sometimes it's very hard to play it right and to get into the mix correctly. And also, it has like very acoustic sounding sound. So sometimes it's a bit difficult to get it to match the electronic sounds, which are bass heavy and high frequency heavy. So the Analog Heat is a great tool to do some basic EQ and to make some light compression. So what I've done here is I made a little preset here for the Continuum, doing some saturation. Let's see the frequencies. Yeah, EQ low is high. And without this, now it's without the effect. So from that as you can hear, it's very, very dynamic. If I turn on my little preset here now, it's actually making it a bit less dynamic, and So now it's off, now it's on. So I'm trying to bring out some crispy frequencies, also boost the bass. So I have like a warm bass below it. And dampen the dynamics a bit, kind of like. Some other sounds. With that. It's very nice, it's in the background, it's acoustic almost. And now with this preset that I made, like, so driving it quite well. Other sounds, maybe a bit too crisp for this. On again. I'll take down the high, the EQ. Some other sound. With that, just making it even more real in a way, physical. Another sound. Off. On. Let's try some other. kind of, yeah, another sound. Which one? Off. On again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I could keep going, you know. I think the analog heat is really, really interesting. It has a lot of different circuits you can choose from. You could do subtle thing, you could do really hard, you know, heavy things. And the EQ I find is very helpful, especially sometimes it's difficult to find this bottom end to sound really warm and nice, but with this equalizer, it's just, you know, turn it up and it's there, you know, it's very nice. And the high, I think, is not, you know, making it ear shattering. It's bringing out the highs in a very nice way. It's simple, but but it works, I think. Yeah. And the filter is very creative. I think, especially in my opinion, when you're making just one sound from one instrument and you record it, the filter is very, very simple to use and to automate and make it follow with the envelope follower. And yeah, that's really cool. And for main mixes, of course, yeah, definitely you could use it there as well. I think I've been using the Octatrack now, and I'm more and more using all of the 8 tracks instead of having one master track. So this could be like the master effect instead of the 8th track on the Octatrack. Yeah. It's good. It's a good one, and I haven't tried any MIDI yet. This is like the second day that I really tried out thoroughly. I was a bit hesitant at first. You know, you never know when it's brand new, and I haven't had the chance to test it out fully. But hearing that demo that Jank and Sonic States did together, I felt like, yeah, okay, all doubts are gone. I'm gonna get it, and now it's here. So, yeah, cool. I think any instrument going through this and into a recording is gonna sound uh, richer in most, like 99% of the cases. And we could hear some examples of the Monomachine where it actually benefits from being just the raw digital sound as it's intended to be. And somehow I didn't get it to add what I wanted because the digital sound itself had the qualities that it should have. But you always run into these things. It's not meant to solve all problems of mankind. uh, so yeah, well, that's it. Okay, yeah, that's it. Analog Heat, everyone, from Elektron. I really dig it. I think everything that goes through it sounds enhanced. Yeah, you can destroy it, you can enhance it. And of course, there are moments where you don't want that kind of that processing. So, for instance, we had some examples of the Monomachine where I felt like, well, maybe it's this sound just wants to stay digital, and so it's all about how you feel about the sound, what has to be done with the sound. But most of the time, I think it's really, really useful, especially the EQ, so simple, and almost all the time it solves so much with the bass and high frequencies that is sometimes very hard to manage. And yeah, the filter, I think, is dead simple and cool to use, especially on one instrument at a time, but also for full mixes. Yeah, all of these sound really cool. I think, in a way, the left side is where I could see myself using the stuff on the left side most because of my style of instruments. But on the right side, where it's a bit more aggressive and gritty and cool, I think it would make sense to use it in more heavy music. And yeah, it's very good. Elektron, peace out. You made a super duper machine. I'm gonna use it in a lot of stuff from now on. And yeah, if you like what you see here, if you like the video that I made and stuff, please consider throwing in some support over at Patreon. Patreon is the service that I'm using to accept donations on a like per post basis. So if you want to show some support, just throw in a couple of dollars every time I make a new video. Very much appreciated. Is the way I keep going. If you show support, not only do you make me really happy, but but this is what pays my bills now. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going, make more and more content, more and more videos, presets, downloads, and all of you who support me at Patreon, you get access to all of those downloads as well. You know that. So yeah, Analog Heat, yeah. I don't know what heat. I feel like shouting like that. Well, cool. Yeah, this is it. Thank you all. More videos coming. Peace out. Stay cuckoo curious, everybody. So you can reach me down in the comments here. I usually try to answer as much as I can. And also there's a Facebook page called Cuckoo Music. And you can reach me there. Also got like a Instagram account if you're into that. It's called True Cuckoo. Yeah, cool. Well, peace out. It's been fun.